Folks, it kind of looks like Donald Trump is trying to pick a fight with Mexico. Like, not as in like a little skirmish, a little tussle. No, like it looks like he's trying to like send troops into Mexico without the consent of the Mexican government, which is kind of well, the word for it would be invade. It would be invading another country if you are to put troops on the ground in that country against their wishes. And yeah, it's not great. So this all of this is kind of deriving from this Trump signing a directive that could deploy U.S. military in Mexico. So yeah, he ordered the U.S. military to target drug cartels and foreign terrorist organizations on Friday, and this is coming in the middle of negotiations with the Mexican government around tariffs, around economic issues. It's a real bowl of shit, as it were. And there's not like a real reason to do this, right? Like the ostensible reason to do this is to bring like fentanyl shipments down, except that like they're shipping fentanyl, they're shipping drugs via legal avenues. Like they don't need to like illegally send it across the border with drug mules. They don't need to do that. They have people who live here already, US citizens who do that. Like Mexico is incredibly united, more so than at any other point in our lifetimes, behind their current president. Okay, and like the idea that like this would at all end well is a fantasy. And of course, you know, Claudia Sheinbaum has put out a statement saying, hell no. The United States is not going to come to Mexico with the military. We cooperate, we collaborate, but there is not going to be an invasion. That is ruled out, absolutely ruled out. It is not part of any agreement, far from it. When it has been brought up, we have always said no. And so, we don't know exactly what kind of plan this is, but we do know that Donald Trump issued a formal directive to the Pentagon to draw up some kind of plan to use U.S. military power against Mexico. Now, again, in all of these documents, they're saying not against Mexico. No. It's against the terrorist organizations in Mexico. It's against the it's against the cartels in Mexico. Not against the Mexican government, except that the issue is all those people are in Mexico. So you can't really like I gotta be honest, if this starts going in a worse direction, like in a more, oh god, he's serious about this direction, I would have you all just kind of primed to expect the propaganda line is going to be something along the lines of these cartels hide behind civilians. You know, these terrorist cartels use human shields. I want you to expect that they're going to use the exact same kind of genocidal rhetoric that has been used to justify atrocities in places like Gaza. It is something you should kind of expect as a line of rhetoric to come out of this. So, one of the proposals supposedly is tactical bombing cartel regions. And I just have to say, you can talk about tactical bombing all you want, but like that you're what you're proposing is dropping bombs on a civilian city in Mexico. This is all breaking news. This is all happening in the last hour. We will see what actually comes of this, because this could be, oh god, we're starting a war, or it could be it could be that we're starting a war because this idiot thinks that saying, no, we're just bombing the cartels is going to fly in international diplomacy. Or this could just be a, please God, stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Please God, stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein. And like, I mean, In a sense, I don't blame him. It's probably awful for him, the poor dear, to have everyone talking about how he has been the best friend of the world's most prolific child sex trafficker. And by the way, in case any of you haven't been paying attention to like the Daily Beast's podcasting world, they've been doing an excellent job finding different people who were associated or connected with Epstein who are willing to talk on the record. Not just Michael Wolff, who's kind of an untrustworthy piece of shit, but also like women who dated Epstein. You know, people who knew Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein at the same time, who are willing to come out and talk about that and talk about the details, right? Okay, I didn't think I had to be extremely literal about the fact that, like, oh, you can't blame him. I mean, like, I would also want to deflect if I was accused of doing everything that Donald Trump is being accused of doing. I think that you all understand what I mean by that. I respect your intelligence enough. I shouldn't have to detail how, yes, in fact, you can blame the President of the United States for likely having sex with children and also sexually assaulting women and also bragging about it and also peeping on children and also doing all manner of heinous things that affect millions, if not hundreds of millions of people around the globe. I would hope that we're all kind of on the same page about that. Let's see here. So, yeah, there is a lot going on here. Let's just take a look here. Depending on what the United States does, Mexico could pull back its cooperation on issues like security and migration if the White House acts unilaterally. Those people said they spoke on condition of anonymity to discuss sensitive internal deliberations. For months, Mexican officials have, in public and in private, flatly rejected suggestions of U.S. military action against drug cartels on Mexican territory, which, yeah, they should continue to do that. Ms. Sheinbaum said she would read President Trump's order. She said she had been assured that it did not involve the presence of U.S. military in Mexican territory. The issue of U.S. military action has long raised hackles in Latin America, where the U.S. has a long history of interventions. Oh, is that all we're going to say in New York Times? I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked that is all you had to say on that one. So, yeah, this is, I mean, it's interesting to say the least.
Be up to him.
Oh, that's about Putin. Yeah, Trump signed the directive in secret, providing a justification for potential military operations against the criminal organizations. Also reported the U.S. military officials have started drawing up plans for how the military could target cartels. Any unilateral strikes against cartels identified as terrorist groups could also raise legal issues if individuals are killed who do not pose an imminent threat or who are not part of a conflict where Congress has authorized military action. And it's almost like I don't think anything is gonna. I don't think that's gonna matter. You know, like ultimately, like it's like, well, you know, there might be some legal ramifications to this. If we're talking about like U.S. planes bombing Mexican territory, they are fully within their rights, internationally speaking, to fight back. We're in a truly dangerous time. Are we invading Mexico again? Why didn't anyone tell me? I mean, like, it's just that there's nothing good that can come of this whatsoever. Also, it's worth noting, and this is at the very tail end of this Hill article, Sheinbaum has cracked down on cartels, especially the Sinaloa cartel, since she was elected president in 2024. In July, Mexican authorities reported a significant drop in fentanyl seizures because they've been cracking down on the cartels with success domestically because that's their problem. Like, the idea that the Trump administration constantly puts forward, and the mainstream media is largely complicit with it, is that Mexico is just run by drug lords, and like, oh, it's all corrupt. They basically run the government. The Mexican government would never fight the cartels. And, like, that's just not at all accurate. you know, at all.
When's the battle between the Maxter Gundam and the Tequila Gundam?
Sake Tanuki, thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs, and for referencing one of my all-time favorite Gundams, the Tequila Gundam. Which, if you guys haven't seen it, is just... I mean, words really don't do it justice. It's got a goddamn sombrero. It's got a goddamn sombrero. Yeah, it's from G Gundam.
Seeing Freakier Friday today. Happy 8/8ths. Trump is in the Epstein files.
Trump is absolutely in the Epstein files. Jupiter Quake, thank you for the $8.88 super chat, and I hope you enjoy Freakier Friday. And Sake Tanuki, thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs. God, it's just... We are currently teetering on like 5 to 8 different precipices where things could go horribly, horribly wrong. You know, between like the economic indicators being real fucking bad, between like Trump threatening nuclear war with Russia, to Trump threatening to bomb Mexico, this to like the insane tariffs that people are just now finding out are actually unilateral taxes being put on the American people by the president. It is just, yeah, it's a lot going wrong. A lot of things balanced on the edge of a knife right now, and one of them's gonna fall. God.
How long until we find out it's more than just one Trump in the Epstein files?
I mean, I do have to wonder, like, the Trump children have all gone oddly quiet around this Epstein stuff. You know, oddly quiet, especially considering their dad hung around Jeffrey Epstein with them. Like, there are pictures of them as children with their father and Jeffrey Epstein. Interesting lack of insight from them, we'll say. Mexicans are bringing fentanyl into the country and addicting our citizens, yet cutting the same people and pregnant, addicted women a safety cord? What? The people who overwhelmingly bring the most fentanyl into the United States are US citizens. They're not Mexicans. So, I don't know. We're in, someone asked, are we still in the cool zone? And the answer to that is, yes. The cool zone doesn't mean it's awesome. It means that there is a lot of things happening that expand the possibility window beyond what it would traditionally be, right? Like, on an average day, Donald Trump is now doing at least one thing that would have in a traditional presidency, in a non-cool zone time, gotten him, like, impeached and cut out of office. And, like, that is a symptom of the cool zone. Yeah, no, there was an entire police department, Monty the Ogre, that got caught being complicit with smuggling fentanyl over the border. Like, it's nuts. And yet, we are still, as a society, lending credence. And I don't mean we as in you guys, but I mean as a society, the narrative is still, oh, the cartels are bringing the drugs here. Yeah, but the Americans are the ones bringing in the drugs. Anyway, I really, 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 really hope that, well, I really hope that we don't bomb Mexico, because I think things start to get really, really weird and beyond my ability to predict how things happen if that goes through. I'll just end with this final quote. They, meaning the US government, needs Mexico's cooperation. They need Mexico's state and society to be functioning. This isn't Afghanistan where the state is broken and you can do what you want as there's a void, said Arturo Roca, who resigned late last year from the Mexican Foreign Ministry, where he helped handle relations with the United States. And like, damn, what a great time to get out of that job. Oh my god, I pity the foreign officials and diplomats who have to interact with US officials these days, because holy moly, must that be insufferable. Oh, you were saying that's what Trump would say, Maxwell. I got you. Also, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, right now we are going through, again, like several mass hysterias all at once. You know, you had like the satanic panic in the 80s, and we're now doing like 5 of those. Like the Trump administration and the MAGA movement at large are so desperate to figure out what their next common enemy should be that they're they're doing trial balloons for like 6 different hysterias. It's unsustainable.
With how much more powerful car fentanyl is over regular fentanyl, I shudder to think about how strong Riverboat fentanyl will be.
You know, it's what we use to power the boat. 1 gram of that sends you up and down the river. It's incredible. Also, thank you for the 5 tier 1 sub, Socket Tanuki. Going to war with Mexico seems like some real invade Russia in the winter vibes. It does. It really does. So I would hope, right, that this is all just posturing, again, to change the narrative away from Epstein, again, to try and make this I don't know, like a thing that they can rally the base around to like jingle the keys to get them off the Epstein trail. Literally anything, you know? Train fentanyl would be the most efficient, though. God. Anyway, for the love of God, please don't bomb Mexico. Jack, all I hear is Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. Indeed. It's also all I hear.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather around. Twitch and YouTube and swishy streams. All that content is bursting the scenes. Politics, being flame more. Your sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord.